Just a couple of final points from me to wrap up. And having heard these two guys denigrating the use of checklists, I've actually got a checklist for you guys to take away with you. If you look on the back of the card, there are 10 questions. We think these are the key questions in terms of how well a board is actually performing. And quite frankly, if you or your clients can answer yes to all of those questions, you really don't need the services of BEL at the moment. You know, you've got a good, well-functioning board, so you don't need us. But if any one of those questions is answered with a no, really you could benefit from having a chat with us. And I think it came up in Richard's presentation and Jean's. We're happy to invest some time with potential clients in terms of having discussions with the board, seeing how they work, and actually making a no obligation quote in terms of the piece of work we might do. And I guess probably importantly for you, how much it's likely to cost. I think it's important to say as well, John mentioned it's in the FRC paper, the boardroom shouldn't be a comfortable place. And I think often for the right reasons it does become quite comfortable, because obviously it's important that there's a team spirit and a team ethic there. We're actually able to come in and ask those awkward questions and put people on the spot without necessarily damaging the relationships between the boards. So there is real commercial value out there potentially. And the one final point, I recommend, if you haven't already done so, that you have a look at the website. It tells you all about us, obviously, and so it's useful from that perspective. But I would also recommend that you have a look at it on a fairly regular basis, because it is updated very, very frequently. There's a blog, there's a whole series of tweet messages going out. So we're constantly updating it with interesting items. And Richard hasn't actually switched on to tweeting yet, but we'll get him there eventually. But there's lots of new contemporary information coming onto the website, so it's actually useful as a learning tool, and just staying in touch with best practice. So by all means have a look at that on a regular basis. And again, if you see something that interests you, give us a call and we'll have a chat about it.